All right, we are live for our second AMA. Um, I got some complex questions that some people have given me feedback and would like answers to. That I am going to ask those questions, and I will have the officer directions. Um, Tyler here explain those answers. Hello, Guso. Do you have any questions for us before I go ahead and get started with the questions that I already have?
Yeah, Gozo, if you want to ask a question, man, go ahead.
I guess we need to get him in the stage. There we go.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
What's going on, man?
Sorry about that. No, I just got a notification on my phone and I popped in here.
Oh, no worries, dude. We're just doing a quick like AMA Q&A, I guess. But yeah, if you have any questions, man, feel free to ask. Um, and stick around if you want to, man. But I know you're a very busy guy, so don't stress.
You should see what I'm doing. No, I was just saying as far as the NFT goes, like how far along in the sense of closing the contract deals with the real estate stuff and development and whatnot. And if are you planning on doing like timeshares / Airbnbs on them?
So as of right now, we're kind of discussing what we essentially are going to offer. So typically we're offering 2 bedroom to 3 bedroom homes. So the variation will be 32 bedroom homes and then 23 bedroom homes.
Jesus.
Uh, yeah, so and that's just for the homes that are for sale. For the rental properties, we're all doing 3 bedroom homes. So we're actually kind of discussing as to what we want to do for Airbnb and what we want to do as long-term rental. Because I don't want to have too much fluctuations. Well, yes, Airbnb is great and it can definitely be more profitable. It doesn't help with a consistent revenue. So I kind of wanted to do, and again, this is in talks between all the partners here, but
Mhm.
we're looking at doing 40 long-term rentals and 10 Airbnbs. So
Damn.
that so at least for the 40 rentals, people will have a consistent income, like a consistent monthly passive, and then for the 10 Airbnbs, that's just kind of like the bonus on top. It can be either 3x or 4x on what we had initially rented for on a monthly basis. Or it can absolutely just be someone we get for a week and they cover 50 to 60% of what it would cost to have it as a long-term rental. So with Airbnb, yes, it's more profitable,
Mhm.
but it's definitely a hit or miss.
Cool. Uh, and just out of curiosity, what do you think? What like do you see? Um, what's it called? Um, I haven't heard much about timeshares. Do you
Yeah.
feel like timeshares are gonna grow into this space or what? Because kind of the idea of timeshares is kind of like you own the right of a property, right? Like the idea of multi owners on a property
Hmm.
is not really new. So kind of
Yeah,
wanted.
so it's a very interesting concept. But the problem is a lot of people who are in timeshares, when they want to get out, they have a very big trouble of getting out. They require someone to buy out their portion of the timeshare. Sometimes they even offer money to get them out of the timeshare. The one thing I don't like about timeshare is that you can only utilize the property, let's say 2 weeks out of the year, and they specify what 2 weeks you're allowed to use it for. Uh,
Hmm.
while yes, that's more profitable, the only thing is timeshares have a bad connotation behind it. A lot of people don't like timeshares. A lot of people think that they're ripoffs and they're scams. Like in the long term for an investment. And you know what? I think a lot of people too who do get into timeshares, they typically use them for like resorts. So like if you wanted to go to Atlantis and get into a timeshare at Atlantis, then I would totally understand. Um, because like even with your like let's say your 2 week allocation, if you're not able to use it that year, you might have a family member that wants to use it, or you can Airbnb it for those 2 weeks. um, but I don't really want to get into timeshares and the whole multi-unit, the multi-owner facet of things. But again, if the community decides this, and they want to take this as an avenue, I'm completely open to it. Or if we ever go into an idea where we want to open up our own resort, and have everyone kind of invest and open up a resort, and then we can have like a certain wing of the whole resort dedicated to timeshare. I'm absolutely open to those ideas as well.
Right. Sorry to cut you off, but the reason why I asked is, if I'm not mistaken, majority of the properties are in the Caribbean. In the Caribbean.
Yes, most of the land that I own is in the Caribbean.
Right, and that's why I was asking about timeshares, because I've heard that majority of timeshare businesses, like in the Virgin Islands and the Caribbean and stuff.
Aruba and Bahamas, yeah, Barbados, all of them. Yeah, no, absolutely. The only thing is, like, for me, I want to give people consistent income. Again, you know what? It might be an avenue that we should definitely check out, but as of right now, for such a small project for us, because it's only 100 homes, I don't know. Maybe if I had more of a resort style, because like with the current budget, if I did something like that, I'd want to have a pool, or like be even closer to the beach. Like we're only a 1 kilometer a distance from the beach. Well, where the land sits is 1 kilometer from the beach, which is relatively close. It's like a 15-minute walk. But see, if I got beachfront property, I'd do something like that, because then it's very easy to sell. I'd be getting into competition with like Atlantis and all the other companies that are down there. Yeah. Oh God, sandals would destroy me. So, maybe if I got some really really prime land to develop on, absolutely, that would definitely be honestly a lot more profitable. But as of right now, with what we have, I think this is like the best facet for us to just do, the homes for sale, and then renting the other units, and then Airbnb being the other few. But you know what? That's actually I didn't even think about timeshare. That's actually a wonderful idea. Um, I might I might stage a project in the future with something like that.
Cool. That's all I got.
No, you know what? Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. How's everything with you?
Uh, Nothing so sexy. I'm just finishing this report for Amazon and fucking clocking out. They asked us now to come back, and I requested to be virtual. So
Right on, right on.
All
Come
right.
on.
So,
No, that's
so
all right. So yeah, Daddy Panda, if you want to kick it off, go ahead, man.
yeah. So one of the main questions and concerns that people are having are: is there NFT, like obviously we talked about scams and how all that works in the first AMA, but the NFT itself, is that contract binded? If so, what it, it, what I you know what I'm trying to say? Is it contract
Yeah.
binded? How do you go about that?
Right. So essentially, what's going to happen, and what's actually happening right now is we are binding the smart contract address with the actual company. So essentially, everyone will own a portion of the homes, or a percentage. Thanks, man. And they will also have royalties, so they'll get a kickback of the rental income that's generated each time. So that is in the works. We are having that set up. I believe it should be done at the end of the month. And I'm gonna like let everyone know that your NFTs are not just like a digital JPEG. Like they actually have ties to the real world trading assets. The main concern that I have moving forward, because the original idea that we had was everyone purchased the NFT, and then we kind of we go into like an open market where people can now the NFTs would become useless, and they would actually get stocks instead. But then someone came up with, like, someone brought up the question, like, what if I want to pull out? What if I want to sell my investment to somebody else? And those things came up, so that's why we had to like just clarify with our lawyers, kind of change things and make sure that the NFTs are legitimately tied to the company and to its assets. So what's going to happen is at the end of the month, when everything is said and done, and it's all finished, these NFTs will actually legally bind you guys to Colony Finance, and they will reward you for your rewards. It'll all be there on pen and paper, and it'll be absolutely legitimate.
Okay, so that pulls me into the next question that people are having concerns with. How, because there's what, I'm just throwing out a number, 5,000 NFTs. I'm sure there's less than that. How is that percentage going to work with homes, and how do you know that, like, what percentage you're gonna get, and does it go for one home, like, because there's a lot more NFTs than there are homes available for rent or for sale. So how is that going to work in the budget?
So essentially, what's going to happen is it depends on what you're rewarded, like what you chose to purchase. What we did was bronze is 20% of the rental income. So all the 20% of the entire rental budget, like the income that's generated, will be dispersed amongst the 2,000 bronze NFT holders. Silver will be 25%, same with the gold, and diamond is 30% because obviously diamonds are the biggest players. So that's essentially how it goes. So silver will get 25% of the generated income, the monthly reward, and it'll be split between, the availability. So bronze is 2,000, so it'll be 20% for 2,000 people. Silver is 25% for 1,000 people. Gold is 25% for 750 people, and diamond is 30% for 500 people.
Okay, so next question: where does the team get the profit from? Because you guys aren't obviously doing this for free. Nothing in the world is free. So if all that 100% is that 100% of like 50% of the rent, where do you guys make your money at?
That is a wonderful question. So a lot of people who are like developers and start their own protocol never mention how they're going to make their own money. And you're right. Who does something this big for nothing? No one does. No one puts in work. Nothing in this life is free. The only thing that you get for free is air. That's it. That's literally it. So the way that we make our money is each home, regardless of it being a home that was for sale or a rental property or an Airbnb. Well, the Airbnb is actually kind of questionable. We're going to be charging all of them a condo fee. So all properties will be facing a condo fee, to do maintenance on the area, to cut the grass, make sure the roads are clear. That there is that there's a standard that no one moves in, and now they have the whole place, like one house is just looking absolutely horrible. So what we do is we come in there and we charge everyone a property management fee, or essentially what most of you guys would know is a condo fee. So we're going to be charging all 100 homes a condo fee, because I want to also mention to everyone, the land that we're using is ours. It's actually my partner's paid a little bit for it, but the land is owned between me and my brother. And essentially, since you guys the way it works is Colony is developing on our land, and what we do as the landowners is we're going to be charging a property management fee, and that's how we're going to generate our income. So this is a win-win situation for everybody.
Okay, so that kind of makes my own question here. How did you guys acquire that land? And how long ago was it? Have you had this land for years? Have you had it for months? Have you had this land just for this project? What's the background behind that?
So just a little bit of background. My entire family does real estate. Not so much into real estate development. We have done it, but not at a very big, very, very large scale. So my family actually originates from the Caribbean. So I actually am from Trinidad and Tobago. My parents are. I was born in Toronto, and my parents have always, purchased land and purchased homes in the area, and same with in America, same with Canada, and in Dubai, and when me and my brother turned 18, our parents kind of gave us a little bit to start off with. So a lot of this land that we own is kind of like a, how do I say this? Technically, it's under my brother's name and my name, but realistically speaking, it's a cultivation of my entire family. So I have access to their land, they have access to mine. For the land that we're speaking in regards to, I've actually owned this land for 3 years, and the reason why I purchased it was because the original owner passed away, and the kids didn't want to do anything with it. They put it up for sale. No one purchased it. I went in and I just decided to negotiate with them and say, hey, listen, I'm not going to give you 600,000. I'll give you 480,000 cash, and we can call it a deal. And it was just an excellent deal, and that's how we acquired the land.
So how much land do you have acquired just specifically for these properties for the NFTs?
It is about 35 acres.
Okay.
But I also want to mention, I don't believe we're going to be using the entire 35 acres of land. We're going to use what's necessary for the project, and then the remaining land is going to obviously remain with us.
Okay. And that could be something too that the community can decide on later on down the road.
Absolutely.
Like we could
Absolutely.
make a park or something cool out of it, you know.
Exactly.
Okay, so my final question, I'm gonna try and make one off the top of my head here. Some people that just may want to know, right? What is, or I guess here we go. Here's a question: when are we able to hear from the whole team inside of it, the developers, the programmers, the CEO of it, etc.?
That will be Wednesday. We're going to be having our first team AMA Wednesday.
Okay, so we'll have like a meeting the team in the AMA.
Correct.
Okay. Awesome. And that is all the questions that I have just off of the top of my head or wrote down that people have wanted to know really about this. One more that I just thought of.
Yeah, go ahead.
Marketing and promoting the Discord and the YouTube and even the NFT as a whole. How do you guys plan on marketing? Do you have a budget set aside, etc.?
So yes, we do have a budget set aside for marketing, but obviously we don't want to go over our bounds and spend an unnecessary amount of money. However, the thing is, like, we wanted to reach out to a lot of YouTubers, but the problem is with a lot of these YouTubers is they do not advertise products because they think it's a genuinely good product. Half the time they're doing it is because you pay them. So a lot of people have lost a lot of credibility because instead of being someone looking out at projects for the people and for themselves, they're kind of just using their platform to make a lot of money, and we kind of wanted to avoid that. So what we've been doing is actually reaching out to a lot of well-established platforms and Discords for shout outs to let them know who we are, what we're about, and going from there. Now, are we opposed to using YouTubers? Absolutely not. We will be using a few. But they will be from very credible sources with people who, aren't really bought out. And that's essentially how we're going to be moving forward. Because I want to remind everyone, if we did so much marketing, I get that the NFTs will become more valuable and it'll be better for trading on a personal level. But the main concern for me is, there's only 4,250 NFTs in total. And I think there is only 4,190 right now that's available. And essentially what's going to happen, and I don't want to create a bigger demand and have to and have my team feel rushed to get the second project out. I kind of want this to be to go with the flow, have it finished according to our timelines that we've already set. Because I think everyone is interested in how this project kind of rolls out.
Right. Okay, so and that follows my final question, unless I think of other ones. We kind of talked about it the first AMA we had, but rewards for milestones for you. I know you and I have personally talked about this. We are now having rewards for milestones on our YouTube channel, on our Discord, and for sales. Yep. Do you want to explain how those milestones are going to work and what sort of rewards we could expect rolling out to the community, how you're going to do those giveaways, etc.?
Okay, so rolling into this, I kind of I was really excited to tell everyone, but I kind of don't, because I want it to be a surprise, because each prize gets better and better every time. The first one is for the first 350 people to enter our Discord. They're going to get a custom-made gaming PC. And if they don't like the PC, they can get 1 Ethereum. And I will cue you guys in that for not just our YouTube milestones or our Discord milestones, but our sales milestones, there are actual vacations tied to this. So I believe it's... don't quote me on this, because I know I have someone else working on this specifically, but I believe it is the Discord milestone when it reaches a certain number, and I don't think it'll take us that hard. It'll be that hard for us to get there, but we're going to be doing a vacation for 2, to any Caribbean island that they desire to go to at any point in time. And then for the sales of the NFTs, I know, and this is for, I don't know if it's for silver or for bronze, we're going to be doing a family vacation or a family cruise of their choice.
Okay.
And there's tons of other prizes coming through. Guys, I can't even express. Most of our budget actually went towards prizes as opposed to marketing. I think our prizes has a bigger allocation in our budget than our marketing does, which is quite funny. So we're ready and willing to give back to the community. We want to make this exciting. We want to make this fun. We want to be as open and as transparent as possible. But yeah, I honestly can't wait for this thing to kick off and for everyone to see how this is going to take off.
Yeah. Okay. So, do you know roughly the value of that gaming PC?
It's, I think it's 3,200 or 3,300 USD. Don't quote me, but long story short, I could tell you, it's top of the line. It's fantastic. It's very similar to my own PC build.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
no, it's great.
the price of Ethereum right now is 2,000, less than 2,000. Why that big difference in one Ethereum or the PC? Is that just because if you don't want it, we'll just give you an ETH, etc.? Like, why that much of a difference?
Okay, the thing is, one of our component, and I'll be very honest, one of our companies that we own is actually a gaming, PC building company. So for us, the way it works out is by us giving away that PC, we can actually write it off as a tax donation. So that's where our benefit comes in a giveaway. And a lot of people are never upfront about that. Giveaways are actually like tax deductible, so I can use that towards my taxes. But if someone doesn't want to take the PC, then I have to give them, straight up cash or something of cash value. It'll be in Ethereum. So I believe we marked it down 30%, which is equal to 1 ETH. And ETH also has extreme volatility. So let's say, a month from now, ETH could be up to $3,000 or it could be down 1,800. Or the prize winner can choose if they want to take the PC for themselves and resell it. The PC will be brand new. Every part in it will be absolutely brand new. So it's really up to them.
Right. Okay. That's all the questions I have. If you have any final thoughts or sayings.
Yeah, so I just want to hop in and just quickly let everyone know that in the next AMA, we'll actually have solid figures as to when everyone is going to be getting their payout. And like the timelines for the one-time big pay and then the monthly ROI.
Okay, awesome. Well, if you guys did enjoy, please feel free to leave a like, subscribe. We are doing a 100 subscriber giveaway. I don't want to give any details yet. I need to talk with other people about that before I can give any details or any ideas of what that prize is. I hope you guys have a great day. And that was Colony Investments AMA number 2.